afternoon, crafty peeps. Welcome to our photo play Facebook Live show. And today we are going to be working with Red, White, and Blue by Michelle Coleman. I'm going to be waiting just a few minutes for people to start popping on in. Now, in case I missed some of y'all's comments, I will be going through these later. But in order for me to respond to the comments, it's going to say it's by photo play, which will really be me responding to your comments. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know, so you know that I am responding to you. So we will go ahead and get started. This is such an easy little project, and I really like how it came out. So we're going to be making this little picnic caddy, and if I can kind of turn it this way, I got these little forks from the Dollar Tree, the napkins too, and then I created the rest of this out of paper. So I think it's a really super simple, easy project and fun to have a decoration. Oh, I'm sorry, Tricia. Well, I'm glad you made it. Okay, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And also, we'll be making a rosette that I just kind of popped in the middle of it, or you could glue it in, either way. I thought about gluing it in, but I just couldn't decide. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you're going to need is your red, white, and blue collection. But honestly, you could make this caddy with Christmas paper, Halloween paper, and I think it would be so super cute. So let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need 2 pieces of solid pattern colored cardstock. Let me move this out of the way. And I've already cut mine down. Now, let me move this like just a tad. I apologize, guys. Sometimes it gets a little bright. So your paper is going to need to be cut. I used two 12 by 12s. I cut it down to 12 inches by 9 1/4. And then on my 12-inch side, I scored at 3 inches and 9. Now there will be a written PDF instructions for you, so I will definitely post those very soon, okay? Just so you know. Hi, Ginger. Hi, Nancy. I'm going to turn it to the left 1 time. So we're going to be back on our 9 1/4 inch side, and then we're going to score it at 3 inches. And then you're going to repeat the same process with your second piece. So again, at the 3 and 9, turn it on the 9 1/4, and then at 3 inches. Then you're going to grab your little scissors, and you have your little square here. We're just going to cut out just the score line. I'm going to do this on both pieces, same spot. And this will help it fold a little bit better. Sorry. Hi, Donna. And again, sorry if I missed any of your comments. I will go back through these later. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the opposite side. And then we can just throw that little piece away, put that to the side, and work on my second one. Okay. Once you finish cutting these out, if you want to ink yours, you might want to do that before you actually glue your little pieces together, just because it makes it easier. But I'm not going to on mine. But blue would look really pretty with this, I would think. Or red. Okay. So now both of your pieces should look identical. You're going to grab your bone folder, and we're going to start burnishing in all our edges and folding them over, getting them ready. Okay. So I'm just folding these over and burnishing in really good. And I'm going to do the same on the opposite. Okay. Hopefully the picture is better this time. I'm using a different computer that has more memory. So hopefully there will be no problems. Okay, so now both of your pieces are going to look something like this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and marry these two together so that way I have a strong bottom piece, okay? So I'm just going to grab my glue or adhesive. You could use tape. I like glue because that gives me a couple minutes, hold on, to kind of move it into place. Although this glue does dry fast, so just be aware of that. And this glue that I'm using is called Art Glitter Glue, and I like it because it dries clear. Okay, so we're just going to marry these right together. Oops, hold on. Make sure I got my edges lined up properly there. Okay. I'm going to burnish it in. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I want to hide these little things, so I'm going to tuck them in between here and then glue this last piece up here, all right? But before I do that, I want to go ahead and kind of trim my corner a little bit. Make sure it doesn't show up. Okay. They're not even going to see this, so it doesn't matter to me if it looks perfect or not. They're not going to see it. Okay. Put these in the trash. Let me move these to the side real quick here. Now I'm just going to grab my glue. I'm going to put this first piece forward. And I'm just going to glue here. Right on my tab. On both sides. And then line it up. Okay. And I kind of got to work quickly because I don't want that glue to dry. So back. And then apply the glue all along here. And it's okay. If you use too much glue, it wipes away. Okay. Now I'm just going to burnish that in. I'm going to do the same thing on the opposite side. I'm going to push this one forward and then attach my little tab there. Hi, Becky. Hi, Trisha. Okay. And then just, again, move my flaps over and attach. And let me grab a little wipey. There we go. We will go ahead and apply our glue. Okay, and burnish that in. Okay, so now you have your whole base of your box. Now we're going to grab our pattern cardstock, and I'm going to be using, I'm going to need 4 sheets. So let me see here. Yeah, I like that one. And I'm going to use Land of the Free, Freedom, and hold on. sorry, Home of the Brave, and one of the Independence Day. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these down to 9 by 9. Okay? And that will create each of your little compartments for your caddy. So I'm going to save these because I might make some cards or something later. Another thing, if you want to use little cans, soup cans that, you know, you cleaned, and you could paper those also and put those in as well to hold them. But I kind of like the idea of making my own boxes. So I'm going to score at 3 and at 6 on all of these. And I'm going to turn it counterclockwise one time, and again I'm going to do it at 3 and 6. I'm going to do that for all 4 of them. So what I'm going to do, let me turn my little light on here. I apologize, so I can make sure I see my line. In fact, it'll be easier on this side for me to see it. I'm going to go ahead and cut out that score line, and I'm starting with my left side first. Okay. And then I'm going to turn it counterclockwise one time. Again, I'm going to cut out that little score line. And again, turn it counterclockwise one time. Cut out my score line. And one more time, cut out that score line. Okay. So I just love how this little project you could so use for any holiday, you know. With our Christmas paper line, this would be adorable. The Halloween, Easter, I mean, you name it. St. Patrick's Day, if you party on St. Patrick's Day, have family and friends come over, you can make a cute little table centerpiece. And I'm just folding these on all the little score lines and burnishing it in just to get it ready. And if you want to ink your edges, you can go ahead and do that now. I'm not going to. I'm just going to move on to my next one and keep going. Each 4 of these, the same exact thing. Just cutting out my score line and turning it counterclockwise each time until I've finished. So got that good to go. Now each one of our little boxes, and I'm going to try to work quickly because again, with the glue, you got to work a little fast. So let me burnish these in real fast. That. Okay. And one more. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with this one. So I'm going to start with my first corner on my left. I don't know why I work with my left even though I'm right-handed. That's so strange, but I do. Let me just make sure I open up my little glue holder. Okay. And I'm going to glue this entire tab. And then I like to make sure I've got it lined up really well, okay, before I burnish it in completely. And then I'm going to keep on going to the next tab. Okay. And burnish it in. And I'm just going to keep going until I have all my corners done. Okay, so when y'all get to making your box, and I've got like glue all over my fingers and I look cray-cray, you will realize that the box is not exactly 6 by 6. The box is 6 1/4 by 6. And the way I saw that is to definitely keep, make sure that there's room for all of these little boxes to fit in. So this part is where you're going to need your little clips. And I'm going to grab some of mine out right now. Okay. Uh-oh, here we go. So I don't drop them all. Clean off my little top here. Okay. I'm going to attach these at the end. So it's easier for me to go ahead and get my whole glue mess going on before I actually attach my little paper pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my glue to 2 sides when I start. Okay. And as well as the bottom of my box. Okay. And then I'm going to attach those 2 sides. Okay, as close as I possibly can so that my other boxes have room. I'm going to burnish this really quickly, and you'll see I'll apply this and then burnish this one in. And I'm kind of pushing it in as well to make sure it's real nice and snug to my edges, okay? And then go ahead and apply my clip, okay? Then for my next box, I'm going to do the same thing. But this time, I'm going to do it on 3 edges. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then the bottom. And I'm just, you know, randomly getting the glue on there. Okay, you're going to have to tuck it in there, guys. Tell you, it's going to want to fuss a little bit because I made this really snug. Okay, burnish it in very quickly. I'm using 2 little clips right here to hold that in place. And then again, burnish it in. And attach your little clip. And then we're just going to keep on going on, guys. So easy. This is a fun little quick project. And if you don't want to use up all your pattern cardstock, the inside of the boxes really aren't seen. So you might want to use just solid pattern, and you could make several of these. Like if you have a church event or who knows, a 4th of July wedding. I was going to get married on the 4th of July, but the offices were closed. I was so bummed out. So I ended up getting married on the 3rd. Kind of push that in there. Again, grab my little clips here. And I'm going to apply a little more glue right here. Because I can see it's kind of drying fast. I'm going to remove these so I can use them on the next one. Add a little more glue there. Burnish it in. Okay. Okay, so for our last one, yeehaw, we're getting there. I know, did I just say yeehaw? I can't believe I just did that. I apologize. That was way too southern for my own self, okay? Just throwing that out there. Let me add my glue here. I am so embarrassed. I don't normally say that. And keep going. And this time I'm going to do on my 4 sides. And remember, it's going to be really tight, so you're going to have to slide that baby on in there. And then burnish it in. Apply your clips. Sorry. Okay, and I'm going to add a little more glue over here. Make sure I can get that going. Okay, and this one actually glued really fast on this side, so I really don't even need to attach clips on here. So this is my last little piece here. Kind of burnish that in with my fingers. Oops. And then attach. Okay, I'm going to leave those little clips on there for the time being. And in the middle of this, we're going to go ahead and design the outside of this, okay? So you will need 2 sheets of pattern cardstock, and I believe this one was called Freedom. So we're going to, hold on, let me just double check. I want to make sure I'm right. I think it is. Oh, I cut off the little thing. Okay, so you'll need 2 pieces at 5 7/8 by 2 7/8. 2 of those. And then you'll need, these are going to be slightly larger, but it'll still be at 2 7/8, but at 6 1/8. Okay? So you're going to grab your little ruler here and make sure which is your longer side, and this is this one, which should be 6 1/4. So I'm going to grab my piece that's at 2 7/8 by 6 1/8, and I'm going to apply my glue or any adhesive that you have available. And then I'm going to lightly burnish it in there, kind of center it, because I like to have a little edge that shows my cardstock underneath. Okay. And then now I know this is my shorter piece, which is going to be 2 7/8 by 5 7/8. And apply that one as well. And again, oops, I got it upside down. Center that. You don't have to have an edge if you don't want it. I just like it, but and therefore you would just do it 3 by 6. Let me remove this. So this is going to be my larger piece. I don't know if y'all can tell. You probably can't tell from the screen, but there's some script writing underneath. And I just like to make sure that mine is upside up. I don't know if y'all are like me, but I got to have it right. Go ahead and center it. Oops. And burnish it in. One last one. Apply my glue and then center it. And burnish it in. So I'm just going to check all my edges, make sure it's burnished in good. Looks good. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and make our rosette. I almost said pinwheel, but I didn't do it. You're going to need a sheet of paper, and I'm using the pattern cardstock, which has your 3x4 and 4x6 ephemera cards on the back of it. But I really love this design right here. So this is 4 inches by 12 inches. You're going to take your scoring tool and you're going to score it at 2 inches. And then you're going to score every 1/2 inch. So I'm going to score at 1/2, 1 inch, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3, 3 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 6, 6 1/2, 7, and so on and so forth. Keep going at your 1/2 inches. Sorry, I'm going to do 8, 8 1/2, 9, 9 1/2, 10, 10 1/2, 11, and 11 1/2. Okay, and then at this point, you'll also need a straw, and you're going to get out your cutting board, and where you made that 2-inch mark, and I'm just going to line mine up on the 2. It's just up to you, however you want to do it. I'm just going to cut it on that score line at 2 inches. Let me make sure I'm doing it right on that score line. Okay. And then so now I have both halves for my pinwheel. Not pinwheel. See, I keep saying pinwheel rosette. Okay, then also I'm going to need an extra piece of my pattern cardstock, and I think I'm going to use this one in my center. I'm going to need 2 of these, one for the back and one for the front. And this is a 1 1/2 inch circle. Okay, and this will help you keep your rosette together. So what I'm going to do, sorry for making so much racket, I'm going to turn it and go ahead and fold on each of those score lines that I made. Just kind of going back and forth, kind of like a waffle effect, if I can say that. And then at the end, I'm going to kind of try to burnish it, okay? All right. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I love making rosettes. Okay. Now, with my glue or whatever adhesive you're using, your scissors, I like to lay mine right on top of each other to attach them. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of glue here and on this edge, and this way it doesn't really have a seam line. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing at the end. I'm going to burnish that in. And so now it's going to look something like this. Let me grab my glue gun. And I'm actually, hold on, what's that? Oh, it's the same one. Duh. Okay. I'm going to grab my glue gun here. Well, no. Before I do that, hold on. Let me get this ready. It's kind of like you need both hands for this, okay? Or an extra pair of hands. If you have a kid around, this might work too. I'm just going to fold it in, and then I kind of push it together. I'm going to hold my hand like this, try to hold it in place, and use my glue gun at the same time. This is going to be my back side, so I'm not worried about if it's exactly in the center. I just need it there, okay? You're going to more worry about your centerpiece for the front, okay? And you could either use, oh, I kind of like this floral. Oh, I think I'm going to use that one. Okay. So just hold it there. And then with my other hand, I'm going to fill in the little hole with the glue. And then just go a little bit on the outside of my rosette. Okay. And then hold that into place. You kind of have to wait a minute because if you let go too soon, you've got to reapply the glue. It will just fall apart because the glue is pretty darn hot. Yep, it's like burning my fingers. Is it stuck? Hold on. Oh my goodness, I've been missing all your messages. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. So it's looking so cute. Okay, now, since I'm using a plastic straw, I kind of have to be careful because it may, the glue may burn my straw, but we'll find out. Okay, just gonna apply some of the glue here. And pop it in there. Okay. And so now I have my little pinwheel. I'm going to cut off probably about 2 inches off of this. It doesn't really need to be that long. Yeah, that's about right. Okay. And I always say cut it after you attach your rosette to it because if you cut it too soon, you may be like, oops, darn it. I made it too short. I don't know. You never know. Okay. So now at this point, we can go ahead and start doing the fun part. My favorite part, which is decorating. Let me go ahead and remove all these clips. And I already cut out some of the ephemera pieces from the papers. Like, I love this. And I don't know if I want to use that there or put the freedom here. I might do the freedom there. I don't know yet. But you're going to need some pop dots. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. I think I will attach that there because I really like that. This would really be cute as a shaker rosette. I've never made one before, but I've seen other people do them, and they are so adorable. And then I'm going to get our sticker sheet. And I absolutely love these banners. These are so stinking cute. I'm going to put that to the side real quick. Thank you, Laura. And I'm going to attach, let's see. I'm going to attach this little banner piece. I love these. Trying to see what I want to do here. I'm going to line that up. And sometimes if you live in a very humid state, you'll want to put glue on the back of your sticker. Just throwing that out there. I'm not saying these are very good stickers. They stick really well. It's just that when you live in 100% humidity, I don't think there's anything that can help that, which is where we live. So we kind of have that going on. I love that. We could pop this up with the USA or, oh, I'm loving that too. Okay. Let's see. We'll pop this up first. Oh no, I'm not going to pop it up. I apologize. I'm going to just glue it straight on here. And then I'm going to pop up the USA. Just burnish that in lightly. Let the glue do its work. I'm going to attach my pop dots on the back here. Yes, I just love them. I love anything that helps me with decorating my stuff. Stickers and die cuts are my faves. Oh, and I love stamps too. When I'm making cards, yes. And mini albums. Okay, so we're going to put this in the center. Let me just kind of center that a little bit. You know what? I'm going to put it a little bit down below because I still want to be able to see my banner piece here. Loving that. And I think I might, let me see what I have on my die cuts. Let me show you these real quick. This is your etched dies, which come in 12 shapes that match the stamp set. So cute. So you have your fireworks, honoring all who served. I love that. The flag, you have freedom, USA, and here's a little banner piece. So you could probably put the freedom in there as well if you wanted to. So let me put those to the side real quick. And also you have your cardstock die cuts that are already cut out for you. So these are really great too. I love the little barbecue theme on here. Absolutely adorable. So I love using these for my mini albums, and I am going to be making a small mini album for my 4th of July photo. So I'm excited for that. I will definitely share it with y'all when I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and attach one of these stickers. I like the little star here. And for here, I'm going to kind of attach these little firecrackers. Let me use a little bit of glue here. Okay. There we go. Move up there. There we go. It's looking so stinking cute. Oh wait, I love the Statue of Liberty. Let me see if I can get away with putting her on there. No, she's not going to fit. Dang it. I probably should have used her on that one. Oh well, that's okay. We'll do another firecracker. Okay. And then I think I'm going to use the USA. Oops. Add a little glue on the bottom there. And as you can see, sorry, I have so much glue on my hands. I think I'm just going to put that right underneath there. And that is it, guys. If you want to glue yours in, you can, or just leave it out. You know, you can do that too. But I hope you all have enjoyed the tutorial. I will see you all in 2 weeks. And I will definitely be sharing my mini album when I get done. Thank you all so much for joining in. And I hope you all have a wonderful and fabulous weekend. Thank y'all. Oh, and the PDF will be available with a written tutorial very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.